Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your September 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so your key themes here showing up for you. We're going to take a look at your overall energy and key themes, your greatest strengths and fullest potential, and we'll take a look at the action steps that you can take to move forward in your highest good. Now, Aries, I am getting that some of you have really been up in your head imagining what a new life could look like, right? What would it look like being in that dream job or in that relationship, or how are things going to look when this obstacle gets removed? Because I am sensing that there's been some sort of stressor, anxiety, or worry that is coming from a place of not feeling quite stable, because you also have the no place like home. This is about your stability here on earth. This is that root chakra energy. So some of you could have big changes around your stability here in the physical world. This reminds me here of the Four of Pentacles is what I'm getting here. We'll clarify with the tarot here in a moment, but there's big changes around the home life, around career, or within a family dynamic. Now, there's also a feeling of belonging that is taking place here. And I feel like you want to be seen, you want to be valued, you want to be heard, and you're wondering if you need to move in a direction to get that. So if this is a relationship and it's been feeling like a never-ending story for some of you, or if it's been a job or some sort of struggle, habit, addiction, anything that you've been faced with repetitively, meaning it comes in over and over again, I feel like you're being guided to move in a new direction, right? As they say, you continue to do what you've done, you're going to get what you've always got. So I feel like there's a new path for you to break free from, but it's going to threaten your stability here. It's going to threaten your foundation, and that scares you. So that's why you've been overthinking a situation, or that's why you've maybe even been a little bit indecisive. Now, I do feel here, Aries, that something is showing up again in your life for you to take a really good look at and assess. Assess your priorities, assess your values. I'm getting here integrity, and I feel like it's important for you to be honest with yourself at this time. There's that Four of Pentacles showing up, basically right on top of the no place like home. So yeah, this is about hanging on to things that no longer serve us at times, because we feel like this is what's going to keep us stable. It's going to keep us secure. Now, I like that this Four of Pentacles, she's holding on to what's hers, the purse here. Usually women keep essentials in their purse and men keep essentials in their wallet. That's important to them, right? Their identification, who they are, money, currency, things that they need here in the earthly realm. And I feel for you, this goes so much deeper. Yes, it's certainly physical with the pentacles, but it's deeper than that. It's all about who you are and staying honest with yourself about what you need to do to not lose yourself in a situation that it may be difficult for you. Yeah, because there's the Five of Cups right behind it. The Five of Cups is dealing with some sort of loss here. And what's happening is you're releasing this loss little by little. So you're opening up. And so you're building a stronger sense of stability. But in order for you to do that here, Aries, I feel like it's important to loosen the grips, because you can see she's hanging on for dear life. She doesn't want anyone to come in and take take something from her here. And in the background, there's that sense of belonging. There's her tribe or her community, her soul, her family. I feel like there's a piece of you that feels a little bit lost, okay? But the Five of Cups showing up in reverse is all about you allowing yourself to not sit in negativity, or not to let your mind wander down the rabbit hole or go in directions that your mind really doesn't need to go, right? You already know what to do, but sometimes we try to talk ourselves out of things, think ourselves out of things, and then we start to overthink, and then we get to that point of anxiety or worry, and before we know it, we're just focused on all the cups that have spilled here and that are going down that vortex or that rabbit hole. That's what you are avoiding here. So any challenges that threaten your stability, Aries, it's important for you to know that there is stability available here for you. Now, I'm also getting the name. It could be a name, a location, a street. Please take it as it resonates. Barrack, B-A-R-R-A-C-K, Barrack, I believe. I also get CK, so that could be significant. Someone may have a CK in their name, or it could be in a location. I feel like it's important for you to move up out of this space of grief and know that you still have stability here, that you don't have to repeat a cycle over and over. Now, you have this card. I don't know if it just came off the top, but we're going to go with it because it's significant. Yeah, there's the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is all about seeing things from a new perspective, because you feel like you're stuck. Now, some of you could feel stuck in a situation that is affecting your stability. Maybe you're stuck in a job that you don't love, but you have to pay the bills, right? Maybe some of you are in that relationship because of children or because of financial or codependent dynamics. This is important for you here, Aries, because it's important to know that you don't have to repeat a cycle to stay stable. And that's some of you really need to hear that, because you think the only way for this stability is to stay in this never-ending cycle, but that's not the truth. The Hanged Man showing up here is about surrendering to the divine, surrendering to your soul's plan, your divine plan here, instead of seeing only one way there's another option, is what I feel here. So the Hanged Man is about you releasing yourself from that which keeps you tethered. There could be a sacrifice here that is required, that is needed. It may feel like a sacrifice while you're going through it or in the moment, right? With anything, with dieting, with exercise, it may feel like a lot of work. We got to get up at a certain time and work out, or we may not be able to eat certain foods, and it feels like we're missing out or losing out. But when we're focused on that loss, we forget that we're going to feel better. We're going to look better. We're going to have more energy. We forget that there is a brand new direction once you start taking action towards some of these newer things. And that's what I feel. Some of you, this has to do with beliefs. The Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles can also be about scarcity or left behind mindset, right? What if I'm left behind? What if I don't have enough? What if that never happens or shows up for me again, right? But the universe will provide. There's so much abundance. We don't have to live in that scarcity or that lack of mentality. And that may be what you are releasing here. So let's see what else is showing up. We have the never-ending story. Now, your greatest strength here is to break free from this story. It could be the story we tell ourselves, because I am getting a lot of air energy. Even though we don't have one sword, I am picking up on a lot of air. So it wouldn't surprise me to see even that Eight of Swords here, maybe even the Nine of Swords, because some of you are stressing out about a situation where it's the same story over and over again. Maybe you told yourself, well, I just have to live with this situation because nothing else is available, or I have to stay here because of A, B, or C, you name it. Okay, they're saying keep on going. Okay, every little thing is going to be okay. It's a song they're giving me here. Don't worry, because every little thing is going to be okay. I believe that's Bob Marley. If I didn't mention that earlier, Bob Marley. So trust that everything is going to be okay, especially once you dream a bigger dream, because you have this Imagine card here. So really, this is your catalyst. This is your main energy. So what does it look like for you to dream big, to go in a new direction, to be out of the situation? What does that look like for you? Whether it is a health concern, or you want to get back in shape, or whether it's switching jobs, or whether it's leaving or entering a relationship, right? Or being all that you can be. Imagine, because Spirit is saying, especially with the 20 energy, that's like the judgment. Spirit saying here, there is a new option available. We don't have to live in the past. We don't have to judge ourselves based on decisions we've made or other people have made in the past. We have this new opportunity to feel alive, be alive, and spread our wings. And the cards you have here, oh my gosh, you can't make this up. There's your new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the King of Cups. Aries, this is phenomenal. All it takes is this one step. And I can guarantee, Aries, you're going to look back on this time and you're going to say, why didn't I make that move earlier? Sometimes we're just not ready, right? Sometimes something has to play out a million times for us to get it, right? But you're being guided towards a new direction here. And I feel like fortune is on your side. Some of you may be 37 years old. You may be 50 years old, or you could be born on the 20th. Now, your first card out here is breaking free again from that cycle. There's a new beginning in the physical or material world. The Ace of Pentacles is all about a new beginning. It's about good news when it does come to your career, your wealth, your health, your money, your home. So whatever this is here with the no place like home, you're actually closer than you think. All you need to do is surrender. And I know it sounds silly when it says that's all you need to do, right? But it really is simple in that aspect, but it can be so difficult when emotions are pulling the ship, right? Ace of Pentacles here is about a new beginning, and I feel it's important for you to not repeat a cycle. If you're questioning, what do I do? Go in the direction of something new, okay? Something that you haven't done before. Break out of the mold. It's going to cause you to take a step back and say, is this really what I want to do? Yeah, because what's happening is you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And that always fears us, right? We always tend to ask questions when we step outside the comfort zone, but you have what it takes here. And not only will you be successful, but this is very, very fortunate. Some of you are ending a 10-year cycle. The Wheel of Fortune showing up here. This could be symbolic for, well, 10 is new beginnings. It's a 1 energy. There could be a shift in October for some of you, Aries, which is interesting because the South Node is in Aries or in Libra at this time as well. North Node is Aries, and then of course your opposite Libra. So there could be some significant changes around October. And the wheel is spinning here in your favor. All of these cards showed up in the upright position. And the Wheel of Fortune smack dab in the middle is saying destiny and fate have intervened here. Destiny and fate have brought you this turning point in your life. Do you want to continue repeating a cycle, which literally is the never-ending story when you get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, but it's not. It's saying that you don't have to repeat some sort of karmic cycle, bad luck, or just feeling stuck in a energy, a relationship, a job, a health concern, right? This is about you overcoming and doing really what your heart is calling you to do. Now, I say heart, not emotions. There's a difference. Some of you, it's really dropping into that heart center and not letting emotions get the best of you. Because the King of Cups, he's someone who's very loving, very supportive. He's emotionally intelligent because he has a lot of experience under his belt, Aries. This is you. You have a lot of experience under your belt. And I feel like you have what it takes to be patient and be compassionate. And this is about you not letting, again, your emotions get the best of you. You can see he's on this island here and there's a ship in the background. It may take a little bit to gain his trust and to connect with him on that level that's so deep and so spiritual, but there's a lot of heart here. So if this is a relationship, some of you have a new beginning that you are certainly heading towards that could lead to a higher level of love. For those of you where this is some self-healing, I mean, wow, he's done a lot of self-healing, and some of the most important self-healing is the emotional aspects, right? I feel like it is one of the most important. It's that heart. So the King of Cups here is about you embracing a new beginning instead of letting something play out over and over and over again. All right, what else do we need to know? What action steps can Aries take at this time? Even though we have this surrender, how can we help you surrender? Because that can be difficult. Look at that. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun card. So head towards the things that bring you happiness. Just like a sunflower. We're going to go with this sun here because this is what they're showing me. And when they show cards at the bottom of the deck, we have to talk about them. So how can you head towards this new beginning? Head towards what lights you up. Head towards what is calling to you. You can see that her arms are open, just like with the I thought there was one in here, another card that had the arms open. Maybe it's the surrendering. Instead of restriction, you know, she's holding her purse tight there to her. Instead of holding, it's time for you to open up and surrender to the divine universe, to divine plans that are coming in here. The Sun card showing up is about success. It's about good health, happiness, sharing your life with people who love you, who support you, and who want the best for you. So the Sun is the most abundant energy. So whatever this new beginning here that is taking place for you, Aries, this is big. This is something that, again, major arcana, Hanged Man, major arcana, Wheel of Fortune, now followed by the Sun. This is a big turning point in your life, possibly even one that has been difficult for some of you. Now, please take this as it resonates, because sometimes we tend to believe we're not worthy of good things. Sometimes we tend to self-sabotage. We keep ourselves in a situation because maybe we don't feel like there's anything better out there for us. Those are limiting beliefs, and it is absolutely, without a doubt, not the truth, Aries. You deserve it and some here. So let's see what else we need to know. What do we have from your guides? Messages from your spirit guides, your angels, your higher self. What messages are here for you? What do we have for Aries, please? All right, the Chariot. The Chariot here. So even though the Chariot is showing up as a little bit of hesitancy, because I'm getting stop and go, stop and go. So like I said, on your path, right out of your comfort zone, you may stop. You may pause. It may be important for you to reflect, but don't stay there too long is what Spirit is saying here, because then what happens is this Five of Cups rolls in, and the Five of Cups starts to focus on everything that has been lost, right? And it tends to kind of suck you right back into that vortex that you see here with the Five of Cups. So Spirit is saying, yes, it's important to reevaluate. It's important to reflect, but don't stop, right? It's important for you to keep on going, keep on trucking with the Chariot. And this is another beautiful major arcana showing up for you, Aries, because it's all about you moving forward. And the Chariot is Cancerian energy. So a lot of success here, a lot of ambition. Some of you could be traveling, moving, relocating, or thinking about taking your energy completely elsewhere, right? And I see that with the Ace of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying here, it's okay to stop, pause, and reflect, but don't stay in that energy for too long, because then what happens is you start to go backwards a little bit. And for those of you that ever seen a horse kind of walking backwards, it feels a little bit like they should be moving forward, right? It can feel a little bit off kilter. And it's important here that you just keep trusting the flow of life. Like the Bob Marley song, don't worry, every little thing is going to be okay. So that's your message from Spirit. Now, lastly here, let's take a look at an outcome. What's the celebratory outcome, or what is it that you're going to be able to move on from or move forward in? What do we need to know? Oh, there, as we say, move on from, the Eight of Cups. This is your outcome energy. Aries, this is about walking on, walking away. It may feel like you're abandoning something or someone, Aries, but the Eight of Cups walks towards their Nine of Cups. They walk towards their sun, right? They get one step closer to the sun. So this could be taking a baby step for others of you. And it's interesting we said baby steps, because you can actually see the footprints are pretty close together here, leaving the water. So something emotional you are leaving behind to create a stronger sense of stability. When it comes to matters of the heart, we have not only the Five of Cups, we have here the King of Cups, and now the Eight of Cups. So I certainly sense that there's been some loss, no doubt, but now you're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're able to see the light in the horizon here. So I feel like when this Eight of Cups is showing up here, this is kind of my eat, pray, love card, where sometimes you feel like you should stay because maybe society says you should stay, or maybe family dynamics said you should stay, work on that marriage, don't give up, maybe religious aspects, or maybe children, right? Everybody is saying that you should stay and work on this situation, or stay in this job that pays you really well because you're never going to find that elsewhere. But what's happening here is you're not letting external conditions deter you from your true happiness and abundance. And that may have been the case in the past, but for some of you, I feel like it was the emotions. You just had to go through that process, maybe do a little grieving here. But the Eight of Cups is moving towards happiness, moving towards more meaning. So don't ignore the call to do something different. Don't ignore the call to head towards this new path. Aries, you will be so glad you did. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, channel, comment if you would like. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, and if you're vibing with the energy here, please do so. Lots of love to you, Aries.